Welcome back, guys. Well, if you watch the first part of this video, I took a file and filed the back and the front of each tally mount because the bell and the eyepiece didn't have enough clearance. Now what we got here are tally rings. And tally rings screw right to the gun, so you don't need bases. And in this particular case, these are not labeled as Vanguard models. These are just Remington 700. So the contour and screw spacing is the same on the model 700 on the Remington. So just a little tidbit of info. So here I'm just taking a black marker and I am just blacking out the shininess at the back of the base here. You don't really need to do this, but if you're worried about that little bit of glare, then yeah, go ahead and get yourself a black Sharpie and darken out this spot. So I also sanded these edges with some sandpaper, and as you can see I still have tape on here. The tape was just to keep the filings from getting in the action, and obviously I removed the bolt for this. And now hopefully you can see and I think now we have clearance in the front and in the back. Not much clearance. This is the packaging. I don't know how many thousandths of an inch this stuff measures, but it does fit there. Scrubs a bit. Maybe I can get some different paper. This is maybe a little thinner. This is like a business card width. And I can maybe shift this forward a little bit. It's not touching in the front. Just getting close on here. But I'm sure if I use a different type of paper. See, that's good there. And that's good there. It's just scrubbing on this, so it is super close. This is about as close as you're gonna get. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the rings. Here I have Mac Tools torque wrench, and on the package it says for ring cap screws 17 to 20 inch-pounds. Now I've done this before, and I think 20 inch-pounds is just a little bit too much. It does not feel good when you're cranking on 20 inch-pounds here on this scope. It just seems like it's gonna strip. We don't want that to happen. So I got it set. At roughly about 15 inch-pounds, and that's more than enough. So here I'm just scrubbing on the screw threads. I got some Loctite on this piece of tape. I am almost ran out of it, but anyways, so we are going to start each screw. We're not going to torque it down till the very end, obviously, because we want to make sure that we got the eye relief set just perfectly, and we want to make sure that the cant of the reticle is perfectly straight. What I mean by that is we don't want it crooked. We don't want it this way or this way. We don't want the crosshairs all tweaked on there, right? So that's what we are going to do. Now there's 4 screws for each. So this might take a little while, so stay tuned with me. You don't need much Loctite, just a little dab on the threads. How does that saying go? A little dab will do ya? What is that, Brill cream or something? Anyways. it is better than nothing. You can use nothing and most likely have no issues ever. But why? The question is why. Back that up a bit. I'm just trying to be real fussy, keep even amount of space in between both sides. Oh, almost forgot my Danny Loctite. And I'm using blue Loctite, which is medium strength. The gentleman at the gun store used red Loctite on the bases. I don't recommend doing that, but I don't think we plan on taking these bases off for any reason, so I didn't challenge him on that. We'll just leave that alone. Now the thing is with red Loctite, Loctite brand is it's extremely tight. You need heat to remove them. They usually are stuck on there for good. Which is not a good condition to have. So if you look, there is not much room. It's just about hitting the bell. You might not be able to see from your angle here, but I'm looking straight down and I can see where the crease starts on the bell here. And I think that's going to be sufficient. You don't want to go too far back because then it's going to interfere on here and it's not going to clamp down. It's going to clamp down crooked. And we don't want that. Okay. Now, I am going to check it. This is kind of how I do it. I'm sure you guys are going to bitch and moan about this. There is going to be complaining. I turn it, I put the barrel down between my toes, and I turn this thing, and I basically eyeball it, and I get it really close. And then I will stick it back. Actually, I should just check it quick. Oh, it feels pretty good, looks pretty good in there, but the best way to do this